It may be election season in America, but the U.S. State Department is working overtime on other things. Donald Trump may or may not win the election, but his Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has not given up on his mission to isolate China on the global stage. Mongolians now want China punished too. So ahead of Mike Pompeo's visit, they've launched a campaign. The U.S. Secretary of State is scheduled to travel to Asia on Sunday. A stop in Mongolia is on the schedule. Ahead of Pompeo's visit, Mongolians campaigned against China in Ulaanbaatar, which is the capital of Mongolia, a country that neighbors the Chinese province of Inner Mongolia. For weeks now, Inner Mongolia has witnessed protests and school boycotts. That's because China is forcing the Mandarin language on Mongolians. Now, they accuse China of human rights violations and they say Beijing is trying to eradicate ethnic cultures. Mongolians blame their own government for muzzling criticism against Beijing. The protesters want Mike Pompeo to stand by them.
By messing with the children of Genghis Khan, they have marked the beginning of their end. Still, they're trying to make people forget and ease this issue. But it will never be forgotten. It's not going to happen.
The Chinese government has stated nothing has gone wrong, and there is nothing wrong with learning Chinese. So I say to them, as written here on my sign, if there is nothing wrong to switch to different language, then China should adopt Mongolian in their classrooms then. Mongolians will not allow the switch to a different language.
Strong voices. Here's what they're worried about. In recent years, China has adopted a policy of forced assimilation in minority regions like Xinjiang and Tibet. China has opened re-education camps. It has tried to erase the ethnic identity of these minorities and forced minorities to show loyalty to the Communist Party. Last week, we told you how China is forcing Tibetans into forced labor. China is extending its ethnic assimilation policies to Inner Mongolia too. It has forcibly introduced the Mandarin language in schools. When parents protested, the government went after them. Hundreds of parents who refused to send their children to school were punished in China. They were detained by the police. Some were even slapped with a fine of 5,000 yuan, that's around $733. It did not end there. Parents were sent to legal education classes, the kind of camps that China set up for Uyghur Muslims. The United States is China's biggest adversary, and that's the reason why Mongolians want support of Mike Pompeo. He was supposed to visit Japan, South Korea and Mongolia, but after Donald Trump tested positive, Pompeo may be rethinking his plans. Meanwhile, his State Department has weighed in on another matter. The U.S. has opposed China's attempts to advance its territorial claims in Arunachal Pradesh. The U.S. State Department issued this statement, and I'm quoting, "For nearly 6 decades, the U.S. has recognized that Arunachal Pradesh is Indian territory. We strongly oppose any unilateral attempts to advance territorial claims by incursions, by military or civilian incursions across the established LAC." It doesn't matter who becomes the next president of America. As far as China is concerned, America views the Communist Party as a threat, and Washington, D.C. will keep pressing Beijing hard on its military aggression and human rights violations. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. The World is One.